Chapter 7 is about vendor selection. It's about seeing clearly when everyone in the room has an incentive for you to see selectively. Selection is the moment where preparation meets persuasion. Your job is to make sure your preparation wins. The best predictor of how a vendor will treat you during implementation is how they respond when you bring independent expertise to the table. So how do you spot the allies? Here's the test. Good vendors welcome scrutiny. They open their kimono on implementation methodology, staffing models, risk factors, and reference clients, including the difficult ones. Then you need to question the implementation team. Ask to meet the actual people who will work on your project. Not the sales team, not the executives, the project manager, the lead functional consultant, the technical architect. You also need to look for change order history. Ask vendors for their change order history on comparable projects. The pattern tells you more than any demo ever could. And then you need to dodge the traps. The first one's the demo trap. Vendors invest heavily in demos because they control the narrative. But you need to insist on your data, your scenarios, your edge cases, and run proper reference checks. Vendor-provided references are curated success stories. You need to seek independent references, organizations that aren't on the vendor's list. And then there's the timeline. Aggressive timelines in proposals are a real red flag. If someone promises you, we can go live in 6 months, sounds great, but what is go live? What does that mean? Whose definition? And this is not a competitive advantage. Ask what happens to the timeline when the first 3 scope issues emerge. And then there's the partnership trap. When a vendor says we want to be your partner, ask what that means contractually. True partners share risk. Vendors who call themselves partners but push all risk to the client are using the word as a sales technique. So what do you do up front before you get into vendor demos? Build an independent reference list for your top vendor candidates. 2, create evaluation criteria weighted towards post-sales capability, not presentation quality. And 3rd, prepare specific questions about change order history and risk-sharing models. There are more techniques, more methodologies, more frameworks in this chapter.